Welcome back to the channel. If you checked out my last video, you already know that I bought the 2023 Harley Davidson Lowrider S, and man, is it amazing. Well, today gets to mark the first, or technically my first install since owning it. If you remember from the last video, I showed you a couple of upgrades that have kind of already happened that I got with the bike, the grips, the seat, my hardware from my Fat Bob, the little mini floorboards from Thrash and Supply, as well as a shifter peg. And so there's a couple little things I've done already, including flip the mirrors. But today we're gonna focus on something that I absolutely hate about Harley Davidson. I don't know why they do this, I guess for visibility and just the look of it, but these little monkey ear tail lights and headlights I hate. Today we're gonna be replacing these, taking them completely off and replacing the stock rear light here with integrated turn signals by installing the Moon's MC taillight, their V4 blacked out smoked one. So I'm excited because it's gonna have turn signals built into it. It's gonna be great, so let's check it out. All right, so I got the kit right here. This is the tail light here itself. This is the blacked out bezel I went ahead and got since the OEM one is chrome. I just don't like chrome, so I'm getting rid of that. And then it comes with, you actually have to buy it separately, sorry, it doesn't come with it. The wiring harness to integrate everything into the light, but I'm excited. Let's check out this light. All right, so there it is, the Moon's MC version 4 taillight. It's gonna be sick. You can't really see it. You can kind of see it through the light there, but it's gonna be pretty sweet. I'm excited to install that. Got the chrome delete bezel, basically blacks out the bezel in the back instead of chrome, and it comes with the little circuit board to integrate all that to replace the OEM one. So let's get to work. So step one is going to be removing my hardware that I have here, because this whole piece is pretty much going to have to come off in order to access the rear fender. These little guys came off my Fat Bob. If you'll remember from my old video, or you can watch it, these are hardware mounts that basically allow any case or accessory to be mounted to the bike. So for example, my Pelican cases can jump on here and attach and detach pretty quickly, which is great. My favorite tool of all time, I think, is this Chemo ratcheting wrench. And it's amazing because for bolts like these, you can ratchet them loose, and as soon as they're loose, power tools change the game, honestly. I'm loosening these bolts up right here on the lower fender bracket just to get this as loose as possible before I flip it and then get the wiring exposed. I went ahead and unplugged the wiring here for the rear taillight harness, and so just gonna trek along. I'm about to flip this over and see what we got underneath. There's several ways you can approach this. The way I'm gonna do it is just obviously lift this up, and instead of unscrewing the 2 screws in the bottom there that hold the rest of the fender in, I'm going to just lift this up and work on it from bottom up and unscrew this light and then get all the new components in. All right, so I got the tail light off, and just for a reference, here is the old one, what it looked like, and here's what the new one is gonna look like. So much better, completely blacked out. I've got to get this chrome bezel off now. Basically it's held in with a screw there. Pop that off, put the new one on, and we'll have it on just like, and there it is. The Moon's MC tail light. I love it, it's a good look. There's a button on the back of it that you can press to initiate the strobe effect. You can turn it off if you don't like it. It's got turn signals integrated. The biggest frustration I have with this whole thing, very easy plug and play to go on. These screws right here have a metal washer on the other side. And if you're not careful, they're very difficult to remove. The one on the left was rusted. It took me about 5 minutes to cut that piece off. It was ridiculous. And it was just on the screw. So that's all there. Here's the brake light with the strobe effect. Pretty cool, huh? Right signal, left signal, emergency lights. It's looking good, works great. Now all I have to do is make sure this adhesive is securely fastened under this fender for that wiring strip, wiring harness, and then we're good to go. All right, so that's a wrap on installing the Moon's MC-V4 taillight with turn signals. I freaking love it. The thing looks awesome, looks great. It's gonna be brighter at night. And I was able to get the taillights off and replace those the hardware that I had existing there with the Pelican cases I was telling you about. What's great with this luggage setup, and I kind of am thinking about matching it on each side. I just had these for my Fat Bob, and I like it. You know, they have separate purposes, but when you're done with it, you can open them up, unscrew them, and then simply take it, pick it up, and walk away. And it's such an easy task, and it looks clean, no mess right here. So I'm thankful for that. The only aesthetic thing I don't like about when you remove the tail lights on these bikes is this gap that it leaves. I know Harry Custom makes a little filler that you can do, but what I noticed is it's the exact shape of the taillight bracket here. So for example, let me widen this up for you guys. This is the taillight that was on there, and this is the piece that goes into that slot there. And what I'm probably gonna do is just scan this size with that little notch in there, including it. That way I can 3D print it. I've got a 3D printer right over there on top of my fridge, and I can just put that file in and print some plugs to fill that little hole. But in reality, the cases cover it and hide it. It's not the biggest deal, but something that, you know, you do for the looks. But yeah, overall, super easy install minus that one screw. Love the look. With the lights even off, it's just so much cleaner, better looking light, brighter LEDs, and yeah, excited for the next install.